as often as I need to. Do I exist? Do I exist? I feel like I don't exist. Hey, I live! But now I can't hear the audio? Oh, well that's because, not actually clicked in. Uh, Interesting. I cannot hear my own, I cannot hear the game audio now. So, like, I have no idea what's going on. That's fine. Ow. Frick. Frick. Heyo! What? Okay, this looks like a much more standard level. I don't need to hear the audio. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. There's no reason to be worried. Ow. No reason at all to be worried. Oh yo, we take that. I'll just head on the coast here because I don't want to risk the problems that I'm sure are coming up. Frick! Let's go. I should make it, just. I'm squeaking in on the end of the team. Well, this is extremely fun. This is an extremely fun game, even though I can't hear anything. I will attempt to fix why I can't hear anything right now, so, hold tight. Nope. If I do that, does that do anything? No. No, I just can't hear anything. This is fancy. Don't know why that is. Actually, I do know why that is. I suspect that changing the thing changed my output device to my microphone instead of to my headphones. So, new computer, new settings. Turns out we've got some kinks to deal with. We can do that. So, we seem to have cannons of fruit. I think this was in Season 1, so it's not, ow, actually new. Although, Death by Banana is an interesting maneuver. I'm just gonna leave that an interesting maneuver. Is that actually faster? That's not faster. Okay. It just feels like it should be faster. Ow. That was a strawberry to the face. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think we lose it here. I think we're gonna lose it here. Because there's 17 and 18 right there. Bye. Let us quit. I also apparently cannot fully see chat, so that is fun. A good question. I do not know whether there is secretly Blue. I was talking to Blue earlier today, so like maybe they have cursed me again. But we shall attempt to figure out why on earth my microphone is not I can no longer hear my own computer, even though I can now suddenly hear the rest of the, or even though you won't. Shall we see? I can hear it now, but can you hear it? Can you hear it? Yes, I think you guys can hear it, and I can hear it, so we are succeeding. Turning off my headset and turning it back on also worked. I have no idea why. Technology confuses me, but this is a very fancy laptop, and so I shall take it because it means I can play Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 240 Hz. So, ta-da! Welcome to Fall Guys. This is Ludo History, also known as Technical Difficulties. I'm Adam. I'm a medievalist by training, but this time, instead of just, existing and vibing and enjoying the music, though shall do that too, is we shall also attempt to see if there's anything actually medieval in this medieval themed thing, because the whole season is supposed to be medieval. And so what we saw in the first round was pretty much just swinging axes, but we'll try and actually pay attention to what other people are wearing too. Assuming these last two people can figure out what the heck they're doing. And I appreciate, though, like, the whole framing of this is obviously as a super duper game show. Oh, no, well, this is not medieval. Those are just doors with faces. But because they're framing this as a game show, I'm immediately going in, not expecting anything that actually resembles, accuracy, or what on earth that could possibly mean. So instead, what we shall see, oh look, hey, right there, this guy in the corner is looking an awful lot like... Oh, where did he go? Did he already disconnect? I want to find him. Because we saw a guy wearing a... We saw a guy wearing wings from behind. Oh, well that's not going so well. This is not going well at all. But we are seeing some amount of... Ow. Let's see. What are some things we are seeing? It looks like we've got a knight there. We've got a Godzilla and a witch. Those guys don't look like they're meant to be particularly medievally. But, there certainly are things that exist. Ow. If I get dead because people land on my face, I will be upset. Well, that's okay. We made it. But, anyway, the one we saw on the beginning there was actually a, well, okay, yeah, we could do that, Jeremiah, I suppose. I wonder where did he go? He is no longer... He just dropped off the face of the world already. But we've got, like, a goblin-y figure there. We've got a couple other people, a witch of some kind. But the one with the wings on his helmet is actually referencing Wagner's depiction of the Norse gods, specifically Odin. So that's neat. Kind of a reference to Wagner, who still has a lot of influence on Norse culture. And Norse imagination, or imaginations of Norse culture. So, yeah. Oh look, this is the Night Fever, our medieval one. Nobody, we will talk about curses if I remember to when I am not engaging in chaos. Ooh, interesting. So, the medievally things looks like instead of we have a hot air balloon and these wooden propellers, which is all very early modern. Like, these look like Da Vinci designs or even a little bit later, but they're getting lumped in as generically medieval. And swinging axes, a classic of, you know, something vaguely kind of... Ah, crap. Something that D&D has made a standard trap. Hey, we made it! Look at that progress. And... slide? Wow, I made the slide on the first try. Dang it, fell through. Fell through again. This is really slickery. And yes, I said slickery, don't worry about it. Ah, I just fell through. I'm so bad. Just gotta frickin' wait and then run, 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 run. Run, 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 and dive. We made it! And then drawbridges, because of course they're medieval. Hello? We might not actually make it. 28, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Literally the last one. And yes, was the medieval era always this spiky? No. Not even slightly. Nothing in that actually looks medieval, though. Hey look, we've got a jester who is very much fitting the ideas of a harlequin and court fool from the early modern period, and not so much the medieval one. So, there's a whole lot to unpack with that, so just what counts as medieval, and how much early modern and D&D fit into the medieval. But we shall see if we have time to talk about that. In the meantime, though, let's ramble about curses. Curses were definitely an accepted part of... Ooh, hey, it's another medieval one. So, we need to grab... We've got to actually, like, work together. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know about that. It feels pretty sus. Oh, wait. Wrong meme. Wrong meme. Ow. Rude. What? Let me up. Let me up. Let me up! Ow. Ah, whiffed it. And then... Yeah, there's not a lot of cooperation going on, is there? Ow. Rude. Hello? Hello? Stand up, please? Ah. Watch that. Hello? Let me up? Let me up? Let me up? Hello? Hello? Ow. Rude. Good controls. Game controls brilliantly, I promise. Come on, there's like the last wall, and I'm not gonna make it. Anyway. We have walls. We have stone walls. They suck. It does have some really neat rubber banding, but, so, in that one, we had this idea of kind of scalable walls, which, I mean, I do like. The idea of kind of scaling the walls is a very common idea of the Middle Ages, if not actually a good representation of what warfare and sieges were like, wherein more often than not it was not trying to scale the walls that mattered, but was in fact just starving the city to the point that they surrender. And you'd actually see, from the classical period onwards, we'd still see... Okay, let me out though. I'm dead. Can I leave? Am I allowed to leave? On the grounds that I am not alive. I'm not allowed to leave. There we go. Peculiar. Anyway, yes, that one really highlighted the inconsistency of the edge grab, but yeah, the technicalities of its actual siege would be a little bit different, where more often than not it would just be, you know, trying to starve out the other people until they come to the walls and negotiate. Occasionally there would be sorties and then battles outside, but the idea of scaling the walls happened way less often than popular imagination sometimes makes it think it did. Not that it never happened. Blowing a hole in the walls and then entering the city was done repeatedly from the 9th century to the 15th, and even later than that with the blowing up of the star forts. But that is a minority of sieges that turn out that way. Oh boy, look at all these people. Hey, look, it's Sonic the Hedgehog, that most medieval thing. And no, do not mention Black Knight. Black Knight is not welcome in these chats. Let me out. Let me out. Okay, there we go. Nice. We made progress. Oh, well, that is a cannon. That is shooting, things. And we won't worry about it. So jump. And jump. And jump. Oh, gotta go around. Nice. I got bumped forward. I think I make it just, but it is pretty close. Oh wait, I didn't notice that there was a wall there, so I might not even make this one. Feels bad. Feels extremely bad if I don't make it because I just didn't know that there was a jump there. Oh boy. But nope, we are good. No. No. Friendly nobody. Saboteurs and sappage did happen. There were a whole bunch of technical terms for how to counter sap. So that was a strategy that showed up in the Middle Ages, but it's a little bit later. In the early walls, so before the development of some of the larger castles in the 12th century, it's a little bit less needed because, you know, it's a wooden palisade. Not the modern Bailey castles. I don't remember that ever being described all that often. And we do have some pretty detailed accounts of medieval warfare and all the sieges going into it. One of the coolest sources that is fully digitized, translated, and online through Fordham University is the dealings of William V, the Duke of Aquitaine, and Guy of Lusignan. Those two are incredibly cool. And have a whole lot going on that is extremely interesting. Ah, crap. I just fed. I just fed. Don't worry about it. We're paying attention. But we're getting close to leveling up, and then we shall be able to buy our own medievalist things eventually. Because Lord knows I'm not expecting to win in this. But we shall enjoy it. They're incredibly, incredibly fast-paced games. So yeah, though, that source tells of a whole lot about medieval knights and about medieval warfare in the early 11th century, and a lot of it is incredibly petty, where Guy agrees, or William and Guy agree that he shall inherit someone's titles and land, and then William agrees with someone else that no, maybe he shouldn't, and also shouldn't marry this person he's promised to, and William says, hey, don't do that, and Guy agrees because William is his liege lord, and then continues to get backstabbed, eventually gets pissed off at that, and, like, rebels, and sieges happen, and in the end, it's like 10 years of, it's like, no, actually, I think it's all 1 year. It's, for a full year, they are engaged in just repeatedly backstabbing each other, and in the end, the status quo literally doesn't change. Ow. I stood right underneath it and then stopped. Meanwhile, though, we've got this, these ideas of lots and lots of clockworks, and these clockworks kind of all... all of these, though they are like wipeout game obstacles, so, but still, all of these very, very gamey obstacles in some way are supposed to represent the Middle Ages, and I'm still not super sure how that is. Oh, crap. Hey, I've got to do both of them again. And there are a few people who have already finished. That's impressive. What? What? I just flew. We've got airborne fall guys? Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait, he wasn't King of Jerusalem. Am I misremembering who I am thinking of? Maybe it's Hugh. Maybe it's a knight named Hugh. I was pretty sure it was Guy, not... Because he's too soon for the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Like, a lot... Oh, God. So yeah, I just fed my brains out on this round, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, we're fine. I might be thinking of a guy named Hugh. Let me check that. You know, it's been a long week. William, 5, Aquitaine, and... Oh yeah, it's Hugh the 4th of Lusignan. It's the same place. And of course, there are like 3 French names. So my apologies, it is not Guy de Lusignan. It is Hugh de Lusignan. In the early 11th century. So... He's an ancestor of the other one. But yes, there is... The Internet Medieval Sourcebook has the electronic text of it, of the agreement between Count William V of Aquitaine and Hugh IV of Lusignan. And yeah, so a different knight, or the Castellan Jocelyn of the fortress of Parthenay died, and Count William said he would hand over Jocelyn's honor and widow to Hugh. If Hugh did not take them, the Count would put no trust in him. Then, the Count, while holding a court assembly with Count Fulk, a neighbor, promised to give Fulk benefices from his own property, and Fulk promised that he would give Hugh what belonged to him, and then the Count sent to another Viscount, and said that he won't keep that, but Ralph, unlike Fulk, refuses to give Hugh Jocelyn's castle and widow, and then, so they screw over Hugh, and Hugh's like, fine. And it repeats over and over for a full year of just petty nonsense. And that is the state of being of the Middle Ages, just in general. All the way through. It is petty nonsense. And hence castles. Castles are ultimately a way of controlling territory, but they are also kind of individual properties and individual landholders of lots of things. So we've got like werewolves and Godzillas. We got a lot of Godzillas in this game. Not really a good look for the Middle Ages here, if we got an issue of Godzilla. See, if it was werewolves, I would be okay with it, because werewolves exist all over the place in the Middle Ages. Crap, I just walked off the edge for no reason. We made it to this one. We made it to this one. Heyo! We actually made it through this time, with minimal tragedy. Ow! Maximal tragedy, is what I meant to say. Heyo! Made it through on the first pass. And I should be able to make this one, no problem. Nay! Tragedy of all tragedies. But we make it no problem. And, all of this has this very, like, cartoony balloon, aesthetic, which, again, like, what we're seeing as being medieval is balloon stone and balloon wood, and then a surprisingly high level of technological clockwork, which I don't mind at all, the idea of there being technological clockwork. I talked quite a bit about automata in the Middle Ages on other streams, but, you know, we can talk about the... Let me find it, actually, here. Where is it? I'll find it after this game. The chapter... There is a chapter in Ellie Truitt's Medieval Robots about a nonsense clockwork meme palace, which feels very appropriate to read in light of this game. In the meantime, as we're kind of dealing with whatever nonsense is going on here, let's... Oh no, I just fed. Okay, well, I am terrible at this map, and I will get better at it never. Let me find that book. Be right back. Okay, so archaeology of automata. Timekeeping. That's not it. That's not it. Okay, so the palace's name is Heston. It's in France. Interesting. We shall equip the romantic skin. Ta-da! We are now red. Anyway. So, let me read this paragraph. Quote, the automata at Heston underscored the formality and strictures of the ducal court by disrupting it in a controlled setting. If you were a courtier, or a guest of the Duke, and hurried in the gallery to obey the figure that gave orders on the Duke's behalf to leave, you would be beaten with rods and pushed into the water. Yet, if you tried to avoid this, you would be soaked all the same. Some of the devices seem to have been designed to overturn or perhaps mock normative courtly behavior, such as the lectern and the Book of Ballads. Reading poetry and singing lyrics were common pastimes in 15th century courtly culture, especially in the Burgundian court. But if you tried to read in the gallery, you would be covered in soot and soaked with water. Within the topsy-turvy space of the gallery, one mirror would reflect a distorted image, while another would reveal the true extent of your sodden appearance and ruined clothing. Adding insult to injury, the mirror would also spray you with flour as you stood before it. Yet, ultimately, the rambunctious pleasures and emphasis on ruined dress throw the formality and standards of normative courtly conduct into sharper relief. You had only to leave the gallery, change into another costly outfit, thereby demonstrating your wealth and ability to participate in the ducal court, and return to the more usual pastimes of hunting, feasting, or dancing. So yeah, that is in Old Burgundy, so in the 15th century, there is a semi-automated torture palace, essentially. Within which they decided it would be just frickin' hilarious to do such things as, you know, screw over yourself and everyone else around you. Which, I mean, it kinda was. So, like, fair play to them. Hey, we finished right at the top of this time. I'm good at this part of the game. Anyway, so that Burgundian court is real bad if you want, you know, to not ruin your clothing, but is overall extremely cool when thinking about the Middle Ages and how much utter nonsense goes into it. It feels an awful lot like Fall Guys here with this kind of absurdist, it is extremely absurdist, automated display of skill and wealth and willingness to play the game by its rules. And that seems like an oddly appropriate thing. And they upkept it. They spent a lot of money on upkeep over generations. In the garden, there were automata monkeys, like what you would see like Rainforest Cafe, but probably not as detailed, and using actual fur. But they spent a lot of money trying to repair those and get new fur as they got damaged year after year. So, like, this place was extremely high luxury. Ah, I just fell off again. Nay, why did I fall over? There we go. Made it this time. Now time to just not freaking die. Like this! Now I have to do it again. Ow. Damn it. Hey look, is that a Triceratops that we're racing against? Who just fell off? It feels like it was. And I did not die, so we're okay. Though I did kind of roll, which is not the best look in the world. Here we go. Hey, I dived right into it. And we made it! Actually, we don't make it, unless I get really lucky. Nope. I lose. I am a loser. But yeah. So, the takeaway from today's stream really should be the Middle Ages are full of complete nonsense, and it would be bad. But anyway, let's talk about curses, since nobody, you asked about that a long while ago. But curses in the Middle Ages are super cool because they are widely accepted to be present, though no one would actually admit to doing them. And curses could be from a pretty wide variety of things, but often it would be through someone putting a curse on you with the assistance of a demon. In order to just kind of see what they can see. And that could be pretty much anything. That could be crop failures, that could be misfortunes, infertility, in some cases quite literally like stealing children that should have been born through the actions of a succubus. But it could also be a little bit more ridiculous, like turn you into a werewolf. There's a few ways to get turned into a werewolf. One is by straight up a witch cursing you. One is by finding an enchanted wolf skin, which you should never ever put on. And one is through question mark, where you just kind of are a werewolf, and you have to meet certain conditions in order to turn back. So, in one medieval lay from the 12th century by Marie de France, a Lord Bisclavre is a werewolf, but as long as his clothes remain in a hollowed out trunk, then he is able to return successfully to being a human. His wife, being jealous of him and concerned, steals his clothes and marries someone else, and he gets turned into a werewolf for a long, long time. And eventually King Arthur is the one who finds the game and goes like, nope, we're done here. Nay. I just fed so hard. Oh look, it's a Viking with horned helmets. Hi Wagner. Good to see you. Good to see you, Wagner. This one should be okay. Heyo. Made it. Yeah, so that Viking horn helmet we saw is of course feels very much medieval, because of course it does. But once again, that's the influence of Wagner, and his operas. Hey, and there's Odin, with the winged helmet, which is even more Wagnery. So we've got double Wagner here, with the winged Odin in the 4th row, and the horned Viking in the 3rd row, and the 2nd row. We don't have any werewolves this time, though. We've got a lot of Godzillas, but no werewolves. Anyway, it is eventually King Arthur who realizes that Bisclavret is the wolf, based on the grounds that he'll be incredibly friendly to everyone except his ex-wife. Which, you know, given the circumstances, reasonable. Now, one thing that I am kind of curious about with this depiction is, I mean, all of these shinies, but then also there's like these fires, and to some extent that feels like that is just kind of performative, like classic game show, ow. Like a classic game show, says, hey, look at this, you've got to... Hey, someone spawned right in front of my face. And we made that, so let's not feed this time. Let's not feed this time! I fed this time. Crap. Nay! Why am I so bad at this? I really should just take this slower, shouldn't I? I think that's the solution, is just accept that this is not turning and can take it. I can take it slow. Ow. Well, we made it this time at least, and we should be able to clear this. Well, that was awkward. Ow! Not again. Aww. Aww. We shall one day ever win. Kosek, I super agree. More modern adaptations need to deal with the weird side stories. Marie de France is working entirely, probably within the court of Henry I, if I remember correctly. But who she ultimately is not really known. We know very little about her, except that she's writing in an Anglo-Norman tradition, adapting some of the edges of the Arthurian tradition before Chrétien de Troyes, later in the century, really codifies our great idea of who Arthur is. But, you know, we sometimes see some, we're seeing some very few number of things. You know, and my goal for this one is really just to kind of make it to the third round so we can actually see the crown. Talk about crown as reward, because of course crown as reward is actually super medieval, though it doesn't really map onto the realities of kingship in any honest way. Because it is super duper medieval in the folkloric sense to be looking at and to be going, yeah, we can totally oh boy, that's really steep. Please don't. Nice. Look at all this. We're doing so good. Just so good at the game. Okay, we're gonna have to cooperate a little bit here, dude. Dude, we're gonna need to cooperate a little bit. Oh, crap. Yep, I don't like doing this because, you know, why would I? It's kind of screwing me over, but that's life. Heyo! Made it to the next one! Nice. I don't know that we'll actually make it into the last round, but nice, anyway. Damn it. Stand up. I don't think we make it to the last round, though we can at least lose alongside this jester. What? Hey. What? Why did it not grab? Fine. We'll do it this way. Huzzah! We survived. Let's take a look at some of the other people we have here while we are looking. See if we can find any medievally ones. That guy is just a sportsman. That is super fancy, but also a sportsman. Well, the monkey jester is kind of, though he... Oh god, oh no. He is, however, not really all that... there's an extremely loose relationship to, medieval jesters, though it is kind of deriving out of a Harlequin tradition from the 15th century. So that is actually much more an early modern thing. However, despite this specific bell hat jester being not particularly medieval and not particularly well attested in the Middle Ages, what is really well attested is the idea that we have and should have entertainment in the court in the form of poets, acrobats, and, for lack of a better term, disabled people, of some people who are in some way fail to conform to normative expectations of how the world looks and works. So that can be little people, phrased not at all graciously, or that can be other sorts of freaks. I mean, I didn't want to use that term. I was deliberately trying the whole time to not use that term because obviously it's gross. Heyo. It is extremely gross to be and was extremely ableist of medieval courts, but that is also kind of part of the realities of how it was. That is later Friendly Nobody, though it is the same impulse. Circus, yeah, the insults of calling someone like a circus freak or something is coming out of the 19th century American circus tradition, wherein the same thing happened. The precise same thing, but specifically calling it a circus is out of the work of people like Barnum and Bailey. And it's no less gross, whether it's in the 14th century or the 19th, so, like, not a fan. Oh look, this is another medieval one, and once again, we have these, like, wooden propellers as, like, a valid way of powering things, and we see a lot of the same aesthetic, where they are very much going for the most superficial form of the Middle Ages they possibly can. Ah, dang it. Why are these rings? Rings? Hello? Ow. Ha! Got it. That's a gold ring. That is a shiny, shiny, shiny ring. I just straight up whiffed it. Ow. It moved. It moved again. Wow, the edge detection in this is so bad. Holy cow. That's fine, just need to be smart about this. And go through the incredibly easy to get ones, rather than the incredibly hard to get ones. I literally can't make that, so... Shoo. I need this. Nay. Oh, that just didn't make it. Thank you. Ah, screwed you over too. Well, that's awkward. My team is doing atrocious. Oh wait, I need to jump through hoops as an individual, don't I? Hello? Can I not jump through that? Hello? Let me in? Let me up? What is edge detection and... What is edge detection? And can I have some? Please. Ow. Yayo. Got one more. Luckily, you know, everyone who's good at the game has already left, so it just leaves those of us who are bad at the game. Though I am very far behind and I do not think I make this. Ow. Could you not, though? Yeah, there's no way I make this. So that's fine. I'm aware they disappear when someone, enters them, but like, if I could edge detect at all, that would have been cool. Aw, I know, I was so close. I was doing so good on the first rounds. But that's okay. We go again. More Fall Guys. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this, by the way, and I'm glad we've got a lot of people coming in. So, let's see what we can actually talk about more in this idea of the Middle Ages. Because as I said, this is about as superficial as it gets. Because, of course it is. It's intentionally incredibly superficial. And this actually makes it kind of useful, because this show game aesthetic means it can lump together a bunch of things that the designers, both in-universe and in reality, the actual game devs, think are medieval. And in those things that look medievally, it tells us something about how we conceive of the Middle Ages. And so, like, that's a much more interesting question than going like, hey look, none of this is... the only thing that's accurate about this is how nonsense it all is. But ultimately, like, the nonsense is kind of the point, because this umbrella conception ends up being a really nice metric of what I will term the cultural memory of the Middle Ages. Ultimately, it is a good conception of how how people in the present think about and imagine the Middle Ages. And we are absolutely going to fall over here, because that is about as steep as it gets, and hey, we made it. This is nice. This is a nice run for us. I mean, maybe the first one would obviously be better, but in lieu of that, I'll take where we're at. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. And there we go. We stayed the course. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Seriously? How? Hello, Orc. And so yes, the places we are seeing the most influence from, obviously, are of course fantasy, and particularly the works of Lord of the Rings, and then with a little bit of extra influence appearing from a mix of the historical Middle Ages and this aesthetic Middle Ages, wherein you have knights wearing this particular style of plate armor that you kind of can and will and do recognize from, say, Dark Souls and Gothic medievalism. Nay! Why? Exceptional. And we lose this. Aww. We go again, though. So yeah, we've got, like, Godzilla here. Who else do we have? We've got a princess here who just fell off. Ooh! Ooh, interesting. So in that turn of the playpen, it tells us a lot of the kind of weird things. So, like, the one we just, that just got knocked off that we could barely see. The reason why I said, ooh, that was interesting is because the princess, skin has what is called a wimple, which is a great name for a stupid hat. Well, actually no, I think the wimple has 2 points. Regardless, has one of a very specific set of very stupid hats that was popular in the 14th century and 15th centuries in France, but that do kind of dominate some of our illuminated manuscript and our ideas of a noble lady, wherein they have a very tall conical hat, or they have a hat with two lumps on it, because of course they do. The Middle Ages is completely ridiculous and colorful and nonsense, and we should enjoy that, and enjoy games that lean into the nonsense. And so it's neat that that gets included, because even though it's fairly famous, but noble ladies wearing conical hats is part of the Middle Ages, it is at least a little bit more subtle than knights in shining armor, of who I've seen very few of. Oh, there's one over there, though. No, that's an astronaut. Never mind, that's not a knight, that's an astronaut. Which really, same difference, but... Heyo! Let's see if I can not feed my brains out on this one, though. Ow. Please no, please no. Thank you. Nay! I fed my brains out. Right at the end. Right when I thought I had a chance. Completely whiffed it. Got it on the second try though, and that's doing better. Well, got knocked down, which is not the best thing in the world, but we shall wait for the next pass, because otherwise we shall just get knocked over. Heyo, we made it. We shall grab this one, because we shall definitely make that. And we make it in the top half. Rude. Godzilla is trying to troll with people, and that's okay. Oh look, here's a werewolf. Hello. This is Lord Bisclaveret in the flesh, complete with not wearing any clothes, because he had to hide them in a hollow tree, in order to not get stuck as a wolf forever. Here's our knight, who you can see this is a very particular image of like knightliness. Big, bulky armor that doesn't really make a lot of practical sense. Some kind of cloak or cape or something. And interesting. That was an interesting maneuver. And then this very late medieval helmet, which is actually more early modern, to be honest. It emerges in the early 15th century, but then continues to be used into the 17th in tournament contexts. So, like, it's a fairly early modern tournament style of armor, but that ends up feeling medieval, as so much of this does. The boundaries between the early modern period, or the Renaissance, and the Middle Ages are extremely blurry, as they should be, but you see a lot of things, good and bad, that are associated with, that are truly more of the Renaissance, appearing in the Middle Ages, or appearing in depictions of the Middle Ages, I should say. And so yeah, all of this is the cultural memory of the game developers for the Middle Ages, which is pretty neat, as it turns out. Oh no. Oh no, this is bad. Let me over. We shall stay here for a while. It is safe here. Now we shall go back here. And now we shall go back here. Nope. Mistakes. Heyo. There we go. Now we can safely sit here for a while. There we go. Nope, need to go a little bit farther. And we can go back, and we can stay on this, and we can stay on this. And I just need to not feed my brains out, and then I'll be okay. Right? Just don't feed. It is speeding up quite dramatically, though, which makes feeding extremely easy. Oh boy, that's a lot of motion blur. Yeah! It is the aesthetic. And yes, Super Maxi, I am in fact playing this to relax before we start Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed 1 on Saturday. So that'll be a fun time. And yes, Jeremiah, remind me to get in contact with you, cause Crusades aren't my specialty, as it turns out. Vikings are. That'll be soon. But anyway, a little bit about cultural memory. So the term is coined by an Egyptian anthropologist, or a German anthropologist who works on ancient Egypt, known as Jan Assmann. Hey, mine. What? How is that not mine? You saw that. I got completely baited. That's not nearly far enough, dude. Interesting. I appreciate that I am so bad at this game, and I am awful at this ring jump thing. Ah, boo. Ow. This is a lost cause. I'm not gonna waste my time on this. Heyo. That's 2. 2 of 6. There's another one over here. No, it's free. No. This one's free, though. What? Or it's free if I don't suck? God dingus. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. Damn it. Ow. That's not nearly tall enough. Nope. That's not close enough. I'm not gonna waste my time with it. As good as the gold rings must be, I'm not gonna waste my time with them because there's not winnable. And I am not doing a very good job on the whole earning myself victory. Ow! Seriously? How are people making it through these? Ow. This Saturday, Valhalla starts at the beginning of December. So everyone looking forward to that. It's the beginning of December is when we'll see AC Valhalla. Blast! Really? I'm amazed I am so bad at this game. I don't really have anything clever to say because I'm just kind of mad that I'm doing so terribly. But yes, it's like December 2nd is when we will start AC Valhalla, which, as many of you know, is the kind of one of the areas of where I have actual specialty. Specifically being a specialist of Old Norse and Icelandic, and then being able... I don't have anything to actually do here. Oh look, that's real money. Nay. So I need 5 things to do anything, but Godzilla bits, and other stuff. So, you know, what a waste of time this all is. I have a crown, and that is not through my own good. Oh well, back into the play. Yes, and thank you guys for posting the link to the Discord there. You should totally join. Everyone should join. It is fun. We get to hang out. And talk about stupid things. And every single emote on there is marginalia, except one. And so, if you want the true ridiculousness of the Middle Ages, this game does a decent job of representing it, but marginalia in illuminated manuscripts truly do. Like, come on. It would be totally in line with the aesthetic of this game for there to be a giant snail that just runs over everyone. Just, like, let's be honest. It would totally work. And there's this 20-year period at the end of the 14th century, I think. Can't remember if it's the 13th or the 14th. Regardless, there's like a 20-year period where knights fighting snails shows up all over the bloody place. It must be late... Is it late 1200s? So 13th century. There is this motive of knights fighting snails in the marginal drawings on manuscripts. And yes, rabbits are incredibly buff in the Middle Ages, and that is just a fact. It is the truest history that rabbits are incredibly buff in the Middle Ages, and you don't fuck with them. In the meantime, be proud of me for making that through that almost flawlessly. Nah. Nah, no way. We wait for the cycle. We wait for the cycle because we have time. And then we don't feed our brains out. Look at how good we are. Those guys are dead, so I win. I'm in the top 20%? Yeah. Oh, what? What? I bounced into an invisible wall. Friendly nobody. So, the reason... Supermax actually said one of the reasons it has been proposed as to why snails are appear all over the place like that. And that is the fact that it becomes a symbol of the Lombards, and they appear at a time when the Lombards were achieving greater political territory and authority in the Low Countries and in the Holy Roman Empire, and this could be an anti-Lombard response. It could also be a general mockery of the chivalric tradition, which once says that knights are very hard on the outside and are extremely soft and squishy and weak on the inside. It could also be one of several other things. Between 3 scholars in the 1980s, there were 12 different explanations proposed as to why snails would be on manuscripts. It's also possible that, you know, in truest tradition of the game we are playing right now, it is absurd and ridiculous, and people found it funny, and so they kept doing it, and it spread like a meme. And meme theory has actually been incredibly useful as a potential explanation. So, yeah. The more you know on the sheer ridiculous... No, okay, but I still didn't... Fine. At least that doesn't really hurt you at all. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 don't get stuck inside, don't get stuck inside. Don't get stuck inside. And we still have to wait. There we go. And we came out in a good position, too. And we just need to make sure we get bonked upwards by these hammers, and not downwards. Like that! See? Upwards. Hey look, there's another princess one, and our horse, and such. So anyway, this round is going extremely well, so who wants to bet I will throw incredibly hard? Hey wait, is that RoboCat from Chrono Trigger? That would be amazing if it is. Indeed, the legendary pommel throwing technique, which comes to us from a 15th century longsword fighting manual, in which the solution it says to deal with an opponent is to take the pommel off your sword, thereby rendering it useless, and just chuck it at your enemy as a finishing blow. Leander. If you like that, I highly recommend you, if you can find the archive. Oranges are up there, grapes are there, grapes and oranges, grapes and oranges, grapes and oranges. Okay, orange, grape, okay. What are we trying to get on? Grape. Rude. Okay, grape, orange, cherry, banana. Orange, cherry, banana. Okay, got it. Good fruits. Hey, don't be that guy. So orange, cherry, banana. Banana. Huh, I don't know where that is, but I shall stand here instead. Okay, orange, orange, banana, cherry. Orange, orange, banana, cherry. Watermelon's up there. Okay. And the grape is next to me. Easy enough. Oh, well, rip guys. Those guys got wrecked. This is a nonsense game. And yes. Brother Jeremiah? For the Lombard hypothesis. Oh, sorry, to finish the thought, but for Leander. Sorry, I got super distracted by needing to memorize fruit. Whoops. You would like the series on the Oatmeal, if you can find it, called Two Medieval Monks, Draw Animals. Because it is truly one of the... oh, crap. It is one of the most glorious things, in which two medieval monks attempt to understand what things are. And they do so badly. Boo. Don't even know where the things are. There we go. Easy. They just lurk in the same spot over and over, then surely at some point shall not do that to me. Come on, where are things? They're all in awful spots. I don't like these spots. Like, well, come on. Hey! I was right there! Yep, of course having started a thing is just gonna screw me over all the way through. The whole time. No mercy. Mother... I hate this level so much! I don't want to play this! Ow. Please, climb. Like... Hello? Does that not work? Excuse me? Excuse me? Okay, fine. We'll just pull it all the way over here. Aw. I absolutely despise it. I absolutely... unfortunately, the site is defunct, so I don't know if you'll actually be able to find it, but there should be an archive version. We shall equip pads. Indeed. Anyway, and Brother Jeremiah, I would super contest the idea of marginalia being something that is just kind of scribbled. Some of them are obviously scribbles, and some of them are very cute scribbles. I've seen an Icelandic manuscript which has an adorable squirrel in the bottom, on the bottom of one leaf. But a lot of it is... Oh yes, sorry, yes, it is toast, not oatmeal. Thank you. Yes, Two Monks Inventing Things is in fact the correct series. It is still a joy, even though I got the name of the thing wrong. It is some of the funniest cases of medieval monks have no idea what things look like that you could ask for. Anyway, a lot of the marginalia that look really frickin' weird though, clearly have a lot of effort put into them, because they show up in highly decorated manuscripts. And while there's a lot of things that are just, you know, people are weird and do weird things, there's way more of it that is a specific attempt, appears to be some kind of fairly specific impulse. Ow, crap. I lose this one. There's no way I qualify. My flawless runs of this are broken. It is a tragedy. Though this is a different ending. Yeah, I lose. Bye! Well, as this knight, who is totally a Fire Emblem general, by the way, you are correct, joins us in the abyss. Oh yeah, fair enough, Jeremiah. there isn't always a super deep reason besides something being drawn. But yes, quality of marginalia and amount of effort of something being put in is extremely variable. And even the ones that are fully intentional are sometimes really weird. Like animals drawn in the center of pages as a purely decorative line between two columns of text. There's a German manuscript from the 15th century that has like a stork in the entire freaking thing. And it is ridiculous and amazing. And honestly, I love it. It is a very distressed boy, and I love him. Yes, the Bayeux Tapestry doesn't have... is in some ways its own way very weird, apart from, you know, not being a tapestry and not being from or in Bayeux. But it is weird in its own way, but some of the manuscripts in that exhibit are also really weird. Leander, that's a good question. Recognizing randomness is extremely hard. But that's okay. We do our best. And it gives a lot of very poor academics careers. So we don't question it too hard. Because you can always argue for we can make a career off of arguing for a specific interpretation. Well, and regardless of whether it's a quote-unquote, it is the truth, it is a valid interpretation of the evidence at hand. And that is all that we care about. Is finding more varied and more valid interpretations of the evidence we have. Well, I'm not winning any awards this time, but I'm at least think I'm going to qualify. Assuming people don't land on my face. Don't all land on my face, please. Thank you. Made it. Exactly, Leander. It is very much the bright side. Because, you know, we don't have access to the past. We don't have a time machine. We can't go ask people. But we do have access to a lot of evidence about the past and a lot of careful information about the study of the past and conceptions about the past. And we can create a bunch of valid interpretations of what's going on through them and kind of have a good time. Alternatively, we can have a bad time if it decides to give me the ring jump again. It did not give us the ring jump. It gave us night fever. Again. We are seeing this one a lot, and it doesn't stop being any less wipeouty. It is also like very like Star Wars actually as like an origin point for one of these, for the like swinging trap that is this first obstacle. It almost feels like, or this second to last obstacle I should say, feels almost like the Ewoks on Endor fighting the AT-STs, as in just as strong of an origin point as anything in the Middle Ages. Which is interesting. We made it through in the first try! Ow. I say that as I then get smashed in the face. No. Hey, stop it. Woohoo! We made it. Gonna wait for this one, I think. Cause yeah, don't drop off a drawbridge. Huzzah! You can finally watch now. Welcome, Blues. I hope things are calmer than they were earlier today. Hey, wait, it's a wizard. This idea of a wizard is very much Dungeons & Dragons inspired, with a little bit of touches of Gandalf, and a few touches of Disney's version of Merlin. And yeah, mostly those. Mostly those. And glasses like Dumbledore. though full round glass instead of half moon. So, all over the place, but fantasy and the Middle Ages are extremely closely intertwined, and always have been since the development of the genre. With, I mean, as you could push as early as like Ivanhoe as kind of proto-fantasy, and that itself is deriving out of French medieval romances. Gosek, that is an amazing image. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Am I the yellow team? Oh crap, I'm yellow. Even I know the memes. Even I know the memes about this. Let me in! You gotta not, like, obliterate. Oh crap. Hey wait, the yellow team is winning. Hey, let me up, let me up, let me up. Let me up! Oh god, it's a complete chaos in here! It's a complete chaos! Heyo! Oh, wait, that's a friend. Friendly friends! No, you aren't welcome here. No, stop it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Nay, it's mine. It's mine. And thank you, oh yeah, Dino Ekro and Aldo Vargas, thank you guys for the follows. If you guys are enjoying this, I'm seeing we have a lot more viewers than usual, which I am very happy about. If you are enjoying this, enjoying me rambling about the Middle Ages and about history in general and some of the utter ridiculousness that leads us to Fall Guys being medieval themed in 2020, I hope you will subscribe on the YouTube channel, join the Discord server, follow me on Twitter, and if you really want to support the channel, subscribe here on Twitch. If you have Twitch Prime, it costs you a grand total of none for one free subscription every month, and if you aren't taking advantage of that, I would greatly appreciate throwing the support my way as we get started on Assassin's Creed for the rest of this year. We've got some big plans in place for that, both with Assassin's Creed 1 and then starting at the beginning of December, a full-on historian's perspective, full Let's Play of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So, you guys don't want to miss that. It's going to be wild. Nope, just can't make that jump. Fine. We'll go over this way, and we'll make the jump this way. Hey. Wow, that didn't grab? That's rude. Oh, well, looks like we might be getting a slight amount of lag here. My deepest apologies for that. Oh, we need to make one more jump here. Shall see if we can make this jump? No. Of course not. And we shall jump up here. Oh, crap. Or we shall get knocked over here. Hello? 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 What are edges and why do they exist? Oh boy. Yay. Super Maxi, yes, I can confirm this is. If you've seen some of the medieval drawings of sieges during the Crusades, it sure looks an awful lot like an accurate one, where it's just a mess of people all standing on top of each other in this teeny tiny tower. That is the sensation I get. Yes, there are plans to check out the Valhalla DLC. It is going to be full, there's going to be lots of AC Valhalla content, and I will be getting, if there are things I do not know, I know people who know them, and so I will get people on to talk about their research interests, their expertise, and kind of how it is manifesting in the game, to try and get the broadest possible sense of how historians of medieval Norse culture are finding their work reflected and distorted within the game. There's a lot to talk about there, and there always will be. But that's for the future. I just have promises of vague hanging out with people, doing history, and showing off some of the really cool things happening in the Norse studies right now. So, I hope everyone who's watching this, that just came in because it's Fall Guys, is interested by that idea and will join me on Saturday's stream, which will be at 11 a.m. Central Time, which is 6 p.m. in Europe. I hope everyone who's interested in that will come join us for Assassin's Creed 1. And then next week, when Assassin's Creed Valhalla comes out, I will be appearing on Overly Sarcastic Productions streams in order to talk about the game over there, and hopefully build up some even more hype for the future. Oh, that is closed. Crap. Nahi. Oh good, I got shoved through. And now we have hammers. Hammer time! Hammer time was huge for me, holy god. And yes. Super Maxi, yes, those are over on YouTube. YouTube, if you just look up Overly Sarcastic Productions, that will be their channel there, and those streams will be streamed live on YouTube. But that is okay. Interestingly, I don't know if it's new to this year, but the unicorn that we're seeing, like these two guys, have unicorn horns. Unicorns were totally believed to be a thing in the Middle Ages, and they were not just thought to be narwhals. It's not as simple as that, though in the 16th century, so again, early modern period, 16th and 17th centuries, narwhal horns were sold potentially alongside a kind of fossilized tree bark, as multiple magical things being unicorn horns and dragon scales respectively. But in medieval and early modern natural science or natural philosophy, it was thought that in the land and in the sea there were repeats of every animal in creation, and so there is a unicorn of the sea that is a narwhal, which is why if you check out the Carta Marina by Olaus Magnus, what you see is a little horse head of a unicorn sticking up out of the thing, out of the water, and that is. Hey, we made it. We made it over the top of that. And I shall be number 4. so we can look at more things more interesting than my own face. It's not also just rhinos, though rhinos were definitely a source, and potentially Harun al-Rashid of the Umayyad, no, Abbasid Caliph, sorry, sent Charlemagne a coronation present, the unicorn horn. That might be a rhino horn, but obviously it didn't survive, so we don't know. So, it's a mystery. But regardless, they appear all over tapestries, and in the Karst Marina, there's this little tiny horse head with a horn on it, peeking up out of the water somewhere south of Iceland, and it is incredibly cute, and still very, very much a sea unicorn, therefore a narwhal. It's not like they didn't know that narwhals were whales either. They just chose to portray it that way because that is its cosmological parallel. If that makes sense? Oh yeah, the Hereford map of Mundi has them as different. You're right, I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've looked at the Hereford map, which is sad because it is incredibly cool. And also 5 feet long, and that is it is absurd. Like, seriously. You don't... It's a kind of insane piece of calfskin. Up. Wow, only one guy has fallen off so far. That's not cool. Up. Ow. Power. Hey. Oh god, that was extremely close. Wow, we are all doing really good at this? Oh no, oh no. Oh no. This is bad. I have no feelings that this will go well. Ah. Ah. Tragedy. Hi. We got a nameplate. Woohoo. We are slowly unlocking cosmetics. But we have time to probably do like 2 more things here. So at this point, does anyone have any questions or things they've noticed that they want to bring up? Either about kind of the theories of like cultural imagination, cultural memory, and why this game is so good at showcasing how extremely ridiculous the cultural memory of the Middle Ages actually is. With, you know, fantasy, early modern, and so occasional genuine medieval in it. Otherwise, what we'll talk about, as we have failed to get across the whole time, is kind of this folkloric idea that there's a lot of folk stories in the Middle Ages that where by overcoming some sort of tribulations, you are rewarded with a wife, a good set of armor, and a kingdom. Pretty much always those 3. And then you are well liked and rule well for a long time and do stuff. So it's odd that like one of the things that is not medieval in this game, i.e. The use of the crown, or that they are not marketing as medieval, in that they are using a crown as a kind of really important thing. Hello? Hello? I am completely dead. Deceased. I have been deceased. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I don't think I qualify this round because, oh boy, I just freaking fed. But at the same time, everyone else seems to also be feeding, so like... Oh no. Maybe we just take it. But we gotta be bold. We didn't want to be bold. as it turns out. But now we really need to be bold. What? Once more with feeling? Nah. I'll just not feed my brains out, and then it will be okay. Ow. Okay, but that got me good enough marks to make it to the next reset point. So I just gotta not fall off until after this guy has passed. And then we shall make it. Just. Uh-huh. To join the Among Us thing at the conference. Oh, I need to purchase Buy Fall Guys, but then yes, there is. So, good time to plug myself in other places, right? So, starting tonight, or, if you are, yeah, in Europe in the morning at 10 AM, which is to say at 3 in the morning Central Time, there will be a conference tomorrow and Friday called the Interactive Pasts Conference. You can Google it. It's run out of the Netherlands, and I will be speaking in it. So if you want to have a face reveal for me, it is Friday morning at an ungodly hour, or a restream at, I want to say, like, it's at 1 PM Central Time. I will confirm that and let you guys know on the Discord. But I will be speaking at that, at one of the panels. And there are a whole bunch of cool people there. And if you want to meet some other people who are doing history in games, and see a bunch of really cool research going on right now. So yeah, that starts tonight, and at an obscene hour. Ow, why did that not work? Oh no. Peculiar. I don't know who the Jinx people. Oh god, there's a Jinx person. Oh no, there's a Jinx person there! Ah! I got jinxed. No, I didn't. I didn't get jinxed. I'm good at the game. Oh no, but we are losing. I need to just not get jinxed. I need to continue to not get jinxed. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, I got jinxed. Hey! I won! The physics in this game is incredibly janky, but I got the winning blow, so I will take full credit for this. And I think that puts me into the final round? Anyway, the folktale motive of getting a king and a crown, a crown and a castle and a wife, out of doing some sort of noble deed or passing some trial, shows up literally all over the place. And, oh no! Why has my life betrayed me in this way? Oh, they didn't get it? That wasn't mine? What rudeness. Seriously? Ugh. I despise this. I despise this map. If it could stop, I would love it. What a complete waste of time. There's no point in me trying for this, I can't make that jump. And of course there's a gold one up there now that got, and... Hey, there are two things there, ow. If I get neither of them because I am just incredibly bad at the video game, I will be extremely annoyed. Hey yo, I got both of them. Nay, I was so close. But that's okay, we can get up somewhere. But I just didn't make it. I just didn't make the jump for no reason. What? I got that one! Hello? There we go. Well, I did better. And instead of doing atrociously, I only did badly. I can't get up that. Yep, not worth, not worth. Even though it would have been enough for me to finish it, this is better for me. Hey! I'm so close, I only need one more. Yeah, I did it! Thank you, Valith, I'm glad you like that. I hooped! I won the hoop! I'm so good at this game, guys. Okay, now we are actually in contention for the crown. But yes, this folk story, I actually don't, like, its origins are completely shrouded in mystery, but it shows up literally across the, I know across the European sphere, I suspect much wider, but literally from Iceland to the Balkans, there are folk stories that follow pretty much the exact plot of person does impossible thing, completes task, is given a bride as a reward. It's pretty neat. And so now we are competing in increasingly ludicrous competitions for egg. I don't know why they're keeping it. They did not just take us to a final round here, but they did not take us to a final round, and so we shall have to deal with the fact that one of our guys is AFK, and that is bad. Because we kind of needed all hands on deck for this. Oh, but one of them is also AFK, so, like, whatever. Ow. I just whiffed. Hello? Good enough. We shall take this. What? Where did the egg go? Egg no. Egg no. Egg no. My egg. My egg. Give egg. It's gold. It's gold. I must have. Whatever, let us instead raid the... Wait, that's my side. I don't want to raid my side, I want to raid their side. With these guys who are just waving, because they are dumb. Aw. Are you telling me that this perhaps doesn't work as well as I hoped? Wow, we just got wrecked. We just got absolutely trashed on the second to final round because for some reason this was a 5-round game. I don't know why this was a 5-round game. Or maybe it wasn't, maybe... Yeah, okay. But I got like no prizes off of that. Anyway, let us do one more. One more lovely round of the absurdity. Also, I don't know, people have played this earlier. Did this music change? Because certainly in that intro blast, I get a vague sense of kind of some of the tones that we associate, despite them also being early modern or straight up modern. But some of the tones we associate with medieval music. Like a lot of the stuff in like Bardcore is not super duper medieval. Some of it is more, some of it is less. Depends on the quality of the Bardcore. But like you're hearing here, like the flute, the flute, the driving beat with a little bit of a lilt to it, all sounds very slightly medieval, and I don't know if that is just the peppy music of the game ends up reflecting that, or if that is intentionally like rearranging it to just have the vaguest hint of a medievalist flair. Hey, I just fell off for no reason. Crap. Shouldn't have jumped. Hey, rude. That was mean of you. Crap, I'm gonna lose this one too. Especially since I'm now just feeding my brains out as I fall into the edge of the world. Over and over and over again. Luckily, everyone else seems to also be playing atrociously, so like, no harm, no foul, but I'm not playing well right now. Can't admit I'm very good at the video game. Contrary to what I just said 5 minutes ago, I am not in fact great at this game. But we made it. There are too many people ahead of us. Unless if we have the best run of this ever, there's no way we survive. Whee! What? How did I not get hit by that? But that's okay. We have time for one more then, because I am so bad at the video game. We get like no fame. We get 30 fame, or 15 fame, and some more of whatever the heck these little cake things are. Let us continue. One more time, with feeling. Who believes in me? I don't. And once again, final question of, do we have, or final request for questions to ramble about, to guarantee that I lose because I'm too distracted trying to talk history? It's very easy to distract me by talking history, in case if anyone had any doubt of that left. See, that's another, that one sounds like it's in a weird tonality, like it's using modal scales instead of using our regular major minor, which gives it that one note that sounds really low, and that's a very medieval-y thing. So I swear there's at least a little bit of medieval feeling in the title music. Anyway, let's see, do we have anyone else in the Middle Ages? We got a Black Knight over there, which... Black Armor is our eternal one of the Outsider and the Challenger, which ends up being, you know, pretty cool.
And one more thing to jump on. Oh, well, that's not good. One might go so far as to say that it's even bad. Because now we must fight Wizard Gandalf. Oh wait, or I can just literally feed my brains up by forgetting to jump. And then truly be screwed, because I don't think I don't think there are enough people behind me to be okay. Well, not if that happens. Hey, right there. Well, one more time with gusto. Since we have now lost in the first round twice, we have time for one more. So we shall go again. This is a deeply fun game, I've got to say. And, you know, the one takeaway I want to kind of insist upon from this stream is that, as is hopefully clear, the Middle Ages are, even when they are refracted through so many lenses, are inherently absurd and delightful. I share a great love for things that we still find funny and intriguing and cool today, and a lot of those manifest in the same kind of crudeness and cruelness of the petty kind of laughing at someone getting whacked by a giant fluffy axe. So... while this game is obviously the most superficial Middle Ages it can possibly be, it is also representing a part of the Middle Ages that video games so often neglect in the desire to be grim and serious and dramatic. And I hope going forward with the channel, as we play more games, especially, we'll see a lot of role-playing games, just kind of by necessity, the genre, the idea of role-playing games and the medievalism, they get along very, very well. So, I've got a feeling we'll be seeing it a lot, and we'll be seeing it a lot fairly soon. Nay, I just fed my brains out on that. But I hope we get the correct conclusion, which is that the Middle Ages are really freaking funny as well. And it's not all grim and serious all the time. Because it wasn't, and it never should be. And if you ever perceive it as such, that is a reflection of modernity imposing beliefs of dark and dismalness on the Middle Ages, and has nothing at all to do with how we actually, the historical Middle Ages and the evidence we actually have for it. And it's super cool that, you know, a game, even when as silly as this, can end up saying something meaningful about the past and about what people have always and will always find funny. In other words, good game, top tier history game, highly recommend. Even though I know that this is a dated meme, like, it is practically a historical meme these days. It's absolutely practically a historical game because Among Us obliterated everyone and knocked this game completely out of the cultural zeitgeist of 2020. But still is good history. Ooh, is that a diving hat? That is a diving hat. Very Bioshock of you. Okay, more doors. Let's go. I believe in us. We shall do doors. This one is better. Voila. Might actually get lucky on this. Of course not. I am never lucky on that door. But that is okay. We should be okay to make this one. Yeah. Round 2. Success. No medieval soda cannons this time. Instead we have pigeons who cannot fly. And way too much spinning. Okay. So, apart from some technical difficulties, I'd call this a rousing success. Though when a little bit struck by a sheer quantity of Godzilla. So let us see if we can make this the most rousing success by fulfilling our folkloric destiny and being the one to win a crown. Oh, cool. I've not played this one before. I wonder how badly we'll do. And 3, 2, 1. Hey, I'm in a good position to start, so that's cool. Hey, oh damn it. I went all of my... Indeed. Well, that's not good. We went from way out in front to way out in back because I just fed really hard. Good, and get me bonked this way. And... Nope. Damn it. Cool. Made it. Made it up. Struggles. 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 I believe in us. Though it is awfully close. Ta-da! Awfully close. We reached one step and you're dead. Well, I believe in the toucan. Do I believe in the toucan? I do believe in the toucan. I don't know I believe in this very disturbed looking duck. Or this soda can. Wow, these ducks have had rough days. I'll be honest, like that dude has had a very rough day. I know, the pink drink has taken us for a rough ride. Oh wow, we only lost 2 people off of that? Well, that's not good. We get more rounds! But watch it be hoops next, just to mess with me. Like, we know it's gonna be. It's not! It's the walls, which I've also never managed to complete. Huzzah! Well, this'll be tricky. We made it over, and then we can dive onto that. And then we can run over here and just jump up onto this. Nope. Sorry, I need to jump up onto this. And then jump up onto this. Nope. God, I hate both of these. I do dislike the idea that, oh, you need to move yourselves. And that is the good play. Because collaboration, one, collaboration, and two, edge physics. Hello? Did they just screw us over? I think they did. Proud of them. Hey, I made it. Well, that's not good. Don't think I have a good way across the jerk. Indeed. It was a good call, guy. Nahehe! Hello? God dingus, dang it, damn. Damn. Well, I'm gonna blame the wizard and nobody else. And on that fun, great and happy note, we shall at least hopefully level up once because we made it all the way to round 4. We did level up, and we are now have orc feet. And with orcs, something that is medieval by virtue of J.R.R. Tolkien and literally nobody else, we shall end this note. And this stream. I hope you all had fun. I hope you all enjoyed it. There were a lot of people here today, which I am extremely happy about. And I hope you all enjoyed it enough to come back, because on Saturday at 11 AM, we'll be playing a very different game, starting Assassin's Creed 1, and the history of the Hashashin and the Crusades, and how Assassin's Creed originally took on the historical time periods it was set. And then we'll see if it still does. Next month. Get ready. So I hope you all have a good rest of your evenings, good rest of your weeks, and if you have time, you can see me on the conference. Otherwise, you can follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow here on Twitch, and join the Discord server in order to be notified on all of the upcoming shenanigans and when things are happening both in and out of it. Things sometimes happen in the Discord server, like I read Beowulf yesterday as a break from the election nonsense, and with a brand new translation that is incredibly awesome and says bro a lot. And if that sounds like a way to make Medieval Ed enjoyable, you should join the Discord, because we've got all sorts of historical nonsense and nonsensical history. It is a good time. I will see you all then on the next one, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weeks. Bye bye!